Sí, estamos ya a punto de empezar. Falta un minuto para las 8:30. Just one more minute in 8:30 and we'll start. And it's 8:30 p.m. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Oh My Guide Barcelona. We are streaming live from Barcelona and tonight from Rome as well. I want to welcome all the people, all the followers also from Hi Italy, because today we have Matteo Troiani, the founder of Hi Italy, to share his experiences and his views about coronavirus pandemic. So let's see if Matteo is ready. Are you ready, Matteo? You want to join us already? We're waiting for him. Yes. Hello. We're just checking. There he is.
Ciao.
Ciao. How's life in Italy?
It's hot. It's hot. It's good. We're enjoying summer, so I can't complain about it. How's it in Barcelona?
Also very hot, yes. Enjoying summer. Strange, weird summer with no tourists at all. Now we have practically no one. But, well, locals can complain. They have the whole city for them. So I guess it's similar in Rome.
Exactly. Well, in Rome, we also have too much of the city for ourselves. But yeah, we still appreciate it.
Matteo, where are you right now? Because you travel the world.
Yeah, right now I'm not in Rome. I am working on a project, which is one of the things we may want to discuss when talking about the consequences of coronavirus. But I am on the East Italian coast that most people don't know. It's a region named Marche. And we are filming a promotional video for the region because we want people to learn about these beautiful places. So I am currently in Fermo. I was shooting from here a few days ago. It is a really pretty town, little town. And today we went to the beach. So I'm still in the same outfit as I was a few hours ago. But I guess that's fine. So East Italian coast.
All the followers that don't know yet, Hi Italy and Matteo, just to go and check his account because he's been posting amazing photos of this shooting and this wonderful villa. So go and check Hi Italy. So Matteo, I have a surprise for you. Yeah, so yeah, of course. I mean, nothing physical. It's difficult to send it to Rome right now. But I wanted to know when we met, and I was just doing a research thanks to emails. And we actually met on June the 25th, 2014. I can tell you the time, 10:30 a.m., and I can even tell you the hotel, which can sound a little bit weird for those who are not in the tourism business. So let's explain why we met in a hotel in Barcelona with 58 more people. There were 58, imagine, Matteo. So at that moment, I was working as a local guide, which is my job in Barcelona, and Matteo came, as he used to do, traveling the world with a group of North American students. You remember?
Yes, I do remember it very well, especially because that is a group that I've been traveling with for 15 years, every year, the same group in June. So I remember that group very well. And I remember the first time we met and we went on the guided tour of Barcelona on the bus with this huge group of 58. Yeah.
Impossible to maintain social distancing at that moment, huh? That was impossible.
At that time, it was not even something that we ever talked about before. I think social distancing, it was more, there was the personal space concept maybe that was more common, and it was, common sense, but nowadays it's more of a responsibility thing. So I think we learned something new.
And since then, we've been friends. We became friends. I must say that Matteo helped me enormously. I will be eternally thankful because a few months later, I visited Rome and I had no tickets for the Vatican. That was a terrible example of a tour guide going last minute to Rome with no tickets for the Vatican, and Matteo made it. So it's one of the things that we do, yes?
I think we have a great friendship and also working relationship where we always help each other. Most of my clients that go to Barcelona, all of my clients that want to go to Barcelona, not all of them, but those that want to go to Barcelona, they always get in touch with Cristina, and there's only one problem with that, Cristina. After they tour with you, I have to tell you this.
Tell me.
Yeah, they keep texting me, oh, Matteo, thank you for recommending Cristina. I go, she was amazing. Okay, oh, I'm glad you liked it. And then, oh, thank you again. Here's the pictures. And then, so I received like 1 million messages on my working phone telling me, you know, they tell me how much they love Barcelona and everything. But if on one hand they keep, you know, my phone keeps ringing at all time, I'm glad they had a good time. So yeah, you do too well. You're too much of a guide. So it's.
I must say that it's same thing here. Whenever someone visits Rome or any other place in Italy, because you are not a local guide in Rome, you can provide services all over Italy. Yeah, so that's very interesting. I've sent you a lot of clients too, because this is someone that you can trust, guys. So if you really want to have like a good professional that cares about everything, that's Matteo. So well,
Thank you, Cristina. Of course, it's the same for you in Barcelona, because my people are obsessed with you after they. Okay, let me tell you the truth. I am a very, very detailed person when it comes to work, and it's really hard to impress me in general, okay, because I'm very demanding. But I remember after our first tour together with a big group of 58 in 2014, I was like, okay, I said, oh my God. And I said, okay, she is a hell of a guide. And then, yeah, that's what I first thought. I said, oh my God. And then you came out with, oh my God. So I thought it was the perfect idea for your business, because people simply love you. What I always say to my people, or people that want to do this job, because there's a lot of people saying, Matteo, I would like to do your job. What's your secret, or what's the good guide's secret? I think it's this, to be as spontaneous as possible. And that's what you have. And that makes people feel comfortable, because they don't feel like they have a teacher say, oh, here's a painting of, what is this? Let's take a look. No, it's not that interesting. Okay. But nothing special. There's too much light now. You can see.
Okay.
It's not a Picasso. I'm sorry. It's not a Picasso. So we really don't want to talk about it. But the spontaneous way that you and a very few other people in Europe are able to talk to customers, it's the key. So for the people that, you know, on my end are watching this live, guys, in Barcelona, if you want to have a visit with someone who makes you feel like you're, I'm sorry, I got like this from, it's some gears that I got here. But if you guys want to have like a guide in Barcelona that makes you feel like you're traveling with a friend, that's Cristina. Remember, oh my guide Barcelona, and there's one underscore between each word. So OH_my_guide_Barcelona. But we're gonna post this, and I'm gonna tag you, Cristina, in this video once we're done, because it is important, especially in this moment, that people get ready for the future. Don't you think so? So for the future travel, because they will go back to traveling.
They will come back. We don't know when yet. I also want to ask you, I also remember the moments that I texted you in March, beginning of March. I was watching the news, and at that moment, in my country, as well in the rest of Europe, we could not imagine that what was going on in Italy could happen to us. And obviously, a few days later, it happened. It was March 9th. I'm going to be honest, I went through the messages as well. And I was going like, Matteo, I'm so sorry about you in Italy. How is it going? And you were in Portugal at that moment. Let us know about that experience. It's an adventure for you. You could have been locked down in Spain.
Yeah, exactly. If you remember very well, I was in Portugal for a site inspection, because as you do, we also, with High Italy, we also do tours in other countries if we are requested to. I was there for some contracts, and it was a business trip of 5 or 6 days, and I was supposed to fly back to Italy on the 11th of March. And on March 10th, our flight, because it was with a friend of mine who came with me for the site inspection, we received the email that our flight was canceled, the country was on lockdown, and there was no way. So I'm sure you remember, we spoke over the phone that morning. I was asking you about the situation in Barcelona, because we had to fly from Lisbon to Barcelona. We just got a last moment flight. We seriously boarded on, we were chasing the plane as it was taking off, because we got to the airport like an hour before the flight. So we jumped on board, flew to Barcelona, and then we took a ferry 24 hours from Barcelona to Civitavecchia, which is the closest port to Rome. That was quite an adventure.
Where you were supposed to end up your trip.
Sorry?
You were literally locked down. But you had an apartment somewhere else in Milano, and
yeah,
you ended up.
That is another part of my personal adventure, because my fiance and I were supposed to move to Milan on March 1st, but Milan was the worst city in Italy at the time. So we said, okay, let's wait a few days for Milan. Maybe when I come back from Portugal, we can finally move into the new apartment. And so she went to her parents, because of course we left the apartment in Rome, and I was in Portugal. I said, okay, I'll be back and things will be fine. Nobody would think that things could go that bad in a week. So I came back to Rome, and for the joy of all the Italian moms, I spent 2 months of quarantine at my mother's place in Rome, because I couldn't go anywhere else. So you know, the first time I saw the apartment in Milan, it was the 6th of June.
And now you are formerly living in Milan, although now you are shooting.
Now that we are shooting here in the Marche region, we are staying here because this is where actually my father's family is from. So I have a place to stay here. Yeah, I am half from this region and half from Rome on my mother's side. But we decided to stay here because we truly believe in this project. It's just amazing itself, and our team. We created a great team of professionals. Everyone participating in the video is local, so we're very proud of it. So actually, I'm staying here, and I don't know what I'm going to do in Milan also, because.
But you still have your permit, so you're to Milano.
If I would like to, I could go back to Milan anytime I want. But so far, I only spent a week from the 6th of June through the 12th or 13th. I don't remember.
So I'm sure we have a lot of followers and people watching us that are not from Italy. There are also a lot of them from Barcelona. So let us know a little bit, how was life under lockdown in Rome? Because you were locked down in Rome.
Yes. I have to be honest, I was really surprised by how diligent and respectful of the regulations people were. You always think, oh, Italians are not able to follow the rules, which is true maybe on normal times, but the lockdown was something and no one ever experienced before. So everybody was wearing masks and doing social distancing. Everybody was very respectful. At the very beginning, there was a lot of social activity from the balconies. So there were people playing music there was a guy, a DJ. I remember he placed his console and all his sound system on the terrace and started shooting the music really loud. But that was the first 2 weeks. Afterwards, everybody calmed down because I think we were not expecting the lockdown to last this long. So the first days were like, okay, let's cheer up everybody. And probably the same in Barcelona. Cristina, I don't know, you maybe want to tell us.
Same thing here. It happened just a few days after you guys. So we went exactly through the same situation. And I would say, like, correct me if I'm wrong, that Italy was also under a very, very restrictive lockdown. Same thing in Spain, where no one was allowed to even walk around or do sport, or children were not even allowed to go out. So compared to if someone is watching us in the States or in other countries in Europe, that's been pretty difficult. So people, in general, they follow the rules. That's true. The only problem that I see has been like a little bit later with all these phases, how people were maybe too tired of their lockdown, of their first lockdown, and then it was really the big party afterwards, like especially end of June. Some people were wearing masks. Now it's compulsory. I'm not sure if it's compulsory in Italy everywhere.
No, it depends from region to region, because the health system is managed by the regions. So Lombardia, the region of Milan, I don't know if they changed in the last days, but people are required to wear masks outdoor and indoor. But of course, if you're walking by yourself in the middle of nowhere, there's a lot of common sense.
Yeah, about a month ago, my region, Catalonia, was the first one that made it compulsory to wear masks everywhere, because before that it was very confusing. Wear masks indoors, obviously markets, etc., and outdoors only if you cannot maintain social distancing. But in a big city, it's impossible to maintain that. At some point, you're going to cross someone. So it's compulsory here now. And even in Madrid, which has been the last region where it was not compulsory, it is compulsory now too. So it's everywhere. And I must say that I was pretty surprised today. My first day swimming, like I had a little bit like summer mood, and almost everybody were wearing masks. I mean, except for when they were swimming, but there was social distancing. It's something I was at the very touristy Barceloneta, which most of you, I'm sure, that you've heard about. And there was social distancing. So I must be positive. The only thing that if there's someone really young watching us is that please, all those teenagers, party with your masks, be careful, big groups, because that's what we see as a big problem. And you know that the cases are raising here again, especially in Catalonia, that's true, but it's mostly very young people. So the hospitals are not collapsed. There is no lockdown. If someone is watching in the States, because there were about 2 weeks ago, there was a big, like, I think it was in some way communication mistake maybe, but it was really spread like a virus that we were again under lockdown. And many people really believe that. It was recommendations. Most people followed those recommendations, and life goes on, you know, with, of course, social distancing, masks. But even though we have some cases, they're all young people, hospitals are not collapsed, so it's not like the end of the world. Hopefully, we are not like in March or in April, which I guess same thing in Italy.
Exactly. I would say be responsible today and be free tomorrow, because that is probably...
That's so nice.
Yeah.
You're so good with slogans. Like your slogan is our goal. Let me know.
Our slogan: your dreams are goals.
Your dreams are goals. I love it. I love it.
I have a passion for communication in general, so it's something that I really like to work on, and especially puns and word games.
We work with people, and I think that's why we cannot stay home. Of course, we can do that when we have to, but we want to explain people about our cities, your villa with the shooting. So we need to do that, even though there is only one person there, but we need to, no? It's like just to, it's in our blood. Matteo, are you reinventing yourself with all this story new project that you were letting us know before? Let us know more.
I have to be honest, this project was in my head since 3 or 4 years ago, because this is the region my father's family is from. And I'm really proud of it, because we call it the Tuscany of the East, because it's on just on the opposite side of the country from Tuscany. Mm-hmm. But working, nice mug. Working, we never had the time of developing the project and just putting the basis for the project. You know, it's in your head, it's okay, one day I will do it. Coronavirus and the lockdown and all the consequences have been a terrible shock for everybody. We cannot deny it. But what I understood, I said, okay, this is the moment I have the time to do what I really want, because we were really running, Cristina. I heard your interview the other day with the hotel manager, I think.
I know, yeah. Maybe she's watching that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you understand Spanish? Did you understand?
I understand Catalan and Castellano, yeah. No, I love languages, so I understand it very well. I remember you said that before the lockdown, you were working from 8 in the morning till probably 10 at night. And this, it is financially very good for us. We cannot deny that, but it takes all of your time, and you don't realize what you're missing out. So lockdown was a shock in the first place. It was an odyssey for me to go back to Italy. But when when things, when the dust settled down, as we say in Italian, I said, okay, I have no work planned for the season because everything was canceled. Not the greatest that, an entrepreneur, like a new entrepreneur like me can expect. But I said, okay, I don't have the clients, but I have the time. And I have the energy. So we started working on this in this amazing project. And it's seriously, the energy that it's in our team is seriously beautiful. Last night we finished at 10. The heat was, those crazy hot days that you have in Spain. That's what we had yesterday. We were exhausted, but we had a smile, up to our ears. And so I decided to say, okay, I have the time, I have the energy, I want to do it. I'll do it now, because now I have the time. Tomorrow.
That's amazing. I must say that in the very beginning of lockdown, you were sort of the eldest brother for me. not meaning that you are older, but like you were teaching me how to deal with lockdown, because I was really shocked. I was like, no, this is not going to work in my country. People are not going to be like following the rules, and they did, right? So we did things we were not maybe expecting. And I remember you were already like end of March or mid-March, busy with projects. So that's amazing. That's really how, you know, an entrepreneur works. Projects, projects, projects. No, in my case, it came a little bit later. I had to deal with all the cancellations and settle down a little bit. But in April as well, now you start thinking of more projects. In my case, more, I really like people, and I said, let's try the local clients. No, our potential clients, the North American, mostly was with you and with me, I guess, North American clients. They're not going to be coming this year. Hopefully next year, let's hope. But what about local clients? So I started developing and even investing not only time but money also in this project, and designing, web, etc. So that's why I want people like you here just to be an inspiration for so more people maybe now thinking what they should do with their lives. No, we are also going to have psychologists, doctors, no, all those people that have been in some way their lives and jobs have been impacted by this pandemic. I also want to welcome all the people following us and watching us. You can ask questions. I love all these people waving. That's amazing. Thank you. If you have
Cristina,
any...
we can say that, sorry, we can also say this in our languages. So I will say that in Italian and you want to say that?
Yeah, please, please.
So, quindi se c'è qualcuno, qualche italiano che sta guardando il video, se ovviamente qualcosa non è chiaro, avete delle domande, fatele tranquillamente, poi le traduco io in inglese per coloro che ci guardano, però sentite liberi di fare domande relative a questo argomento che stiamo trattando. Grazie.
How nice. So beautiful to hear Italian. That reminds me that I need to go back and learn some more Italian. El mateix que acaba de dir el meu company en Mateo, si teniu alguna pregunta, si hi ha alguna persona que no ens ha entès, podeu fer-ho en català, también lo podéis hacer en castellano, si alguna persona no ha entendido algo de la entrevista, y os recuerdo que la semana que viene va a ser en castellano, tendrán también entrevistas en català. So, we were saying projects, entrepreneur people like you and me, hopefully it will work.
But Cristina, I've noticed, and you definitely deserve it, that you were also interviewed by a local TV or something a few weeks ago, if I remember well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That was the regional TV in Catalonia. That was in Catalan language, and that was a lot of effort, because when you prepare a project, you send all the press notes and everything, and finally someone is interested in it, works. And actually it was prime time because it was the news. And we were presenting a new tour. Well, new. I mean, it's architecture, it's Art Nouveau, it's modernism. It's not that it's that new, but for locals. So that was amazing, because that meant that I got more clients, people who called. I was like, wow, they have watched this news. I was just there for a couple of minutes, and then they called me, and yeah, we organized tours. Now it's more group tours. However, some advantage, we do have group tours which are only 9 people, because the new restrictions in Catalonia is that groups can only be 10, so that means 9 plus 1. That could have been a private group, right? Matteo. So now these locals are so lucky that they can have a guide for them, just 9 people. Sabeu que ara, com que tenim aquestes restriccions amb els grups, tenim la possibilitat de fer una visita pràcticament privada, fins a 9 persones y guía. Per tant, aprofiteu. Sabéis que ahora con las restricciones en Cataluña con los grupos, pues vamos a hacer grupos privados, hasta 9 personas solamente. Hay que aprovechar esta oportunidad. That's exactly what our clients always wanted to.
Exactly. And I don't know if you agree with this, but we have the same in Italy. There's a lot of Italians now discovering their cities, and I noticed how amazed they are when they explore a city like Rome or Florence or Pompeii with a local guide, because sometimes we have these treasures in our countries, but we're not talking about countries that are lacking art and history, but sometimes locals they give it for granted. And I'm reading a comment. Congratulations both. Could you give us your opinion about the situation of the cruises? Is there any opposition for this kind of tourism in Italy?
That's for you, from Rafa, who is a colleague in Barcelona. Gracias, Rafa. So if you want to answer this,
Yes,
Matteo.
absolutely. Thank you, Rafa, for your question. At the moment, there's unless they change something in the very last day or 2 days, there is no big predictions on the beginning of the cruise season. For the moment, all cruise lines have canceled. As far as I know, there's maybe something moving at the end of the year, but they keep postponing the restart of the cruise business, as it is really cruises, of course, carry so many people and they have to be full to run properly for economical purposes. So I think that is the hardest business to restart at the moment.
Yeah,
And the cruise business, like in Barcelona, is really big. In Rome, we have Civitavecchia, the port, which is also quite far away, but sometimes we had 7 or 8 different cruise ships docked at the port, so it's good business for everybody.
Mm-hmm. I think Rafa asked because of, well, here, same thing, we have no cruises. And then there is a second question, if there is any opposition for this kind of tourism, because in Barcelona we have experienced all this phobia against tourism, especially mass tourism in the very last years. I don't know if you could experience that, but I was a little bit sad as a tour guide, or in some ways an ambassador of my city, to see graffiti like tourists go home. No, I felt like, oh my God, this is not the nice way. Obviously, there will be people, whether tourists or not, who don't behave, but that's not really the kind of thing you should tell to a person who is visiting and is contributing to your economy. So I think that was a question, if there is any opposition to this mass tourism or cruise ships in Italy.
Not really. There is no opposition. I'm sorry if I missed the question, probably. Could you give an opinion about the situation? Okay. No, we always had some people complaining about large groups visiting, especially when of course, the tour buses were, I would say, creating traffic, but to be honest, the itineraries of the tour buses were designed not to bother there's just local circulation of traffic that much. So there were people complaining about it, but now there's people complaining about the lack of tourism. So I think they finally understood the value of tourism in general in our country, in Italy, and I'm sure in Barcelona and other places where the cruises are very important. So now that things are going bad, because of course there is a big lack of customers for everybody, now they understand how important and great those people were. And as you said, one person misbehaving, it doesn't mean anything. We have Italians that are shameful when they go abroad, but it doesn't mean that all Italians are bad. Same with Spanish people or people from Barcelona, anywhere. You may have some people that don't give a very good image of their country or the place they're from in the world, but at the end, it's the minority, and we should see the brighter side of things. So hopefully when things go back to normal, I don't like to use this word, but to what they used to be, I'm sure people will appreciate that better. Everybody will be more appreciative. The coronavirus lockdown has been a crazy moment of reflection for all of us.
And maybe, which is, I also understand, like some disadvantages, some downsides of certain kind of tourism. I understand that. Maybe this is also an opportunity, no, to rethink the model of tourism we want, like high quality, cultural. No, that's your. I don't know if I'm too optimistic.
No, Rafa says I was thinking about Venice. Okay, Venice.
Now I see. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Venice, that is a difficult city to deal. It's not a city that was born for thousands of visitors. I think, as Cristina just said, it would be really interesting to see the reorganization of tourism in the near future. Not only we will have like more social distancing, that it's not going to hurt anyone anyway, but I think this will give cities like Venice and other smaller ones a chance to breathe and be more enjoyable for everybody. So I think they just have to reorganize, because sometimes there were maybe, yes, too many ships in Venice. It's a fact, and we know that. It was still it was still reasonable. It was, some days were too packed, but as I said, Venice is such a small city. I don't know if people watching us know the city, if they've ever visited it, especially people maybe in the United States or in the rest of the world. But Venice is a city that was designed for, you know, its very small population. So probably this lockdown will give us, oh, also Sasha from Pompeii, Tours Pompeii is my great friend from Pompeii that is watching us. He's been working a lot with Italians lately. But yeah, Venice, probably this will be the great chance for the administration of the city to rearrange things in a more sustainable way for the city. And that's for the good of everyone.
That's good, yeah, that's good. I was just walking around the city today. Of course, it's Sunday, but even if many places, many businesses have been closed, but realizing today, August, Sunday, most restaurants closed in the Gothic Quarter, which is the most touristy part of the city. And you really think about that, no? What's going to happen? Like, what are all those families? What are they going to do? No? So that's a little bit problematic. Hopefully, I don't know what are your thoughts. We have to be ending soon. If it's gonna recover soon, maybe with local tourism, if you see some signs of recovering, maybe with some Germans or Austrians that might have come to Italy for holidays.
Yes, but August is a very particular month in especially in Italy, as our country is much smaller than Spain, and most tourists go to the beach areas. So they might want to go to Puglia, which is already very busy with locals, or come to this region, Marche, or I don't know, go to Liguria, for example, the Cinque Terre, for those that know where that is. So in those areas, the business of restaurants and other tourist activities will be okay, in my opinion. The problem now is in the art cities because they're very hot. Yeah. And in Rome, most of the 5-star hotels are still closed. So it will take time. Unfortunately, it will take time. But we're staying positive. We're trying to show the art cities to the Italians as we did and in the past. And I was saying earlier when you said that you're doing lots of tours with the Catalans and the people from Barcelona that are traveling with you, and also people from the rest of the country that are enjoying your city, that I find out that how amazed they are when they discover the city with a guide, because, oh, I know this is from Gaudi, but they don't know the feelings of Gaudi, of an artist behind that building or anything else. So I think this is a great chance for our people to discover our countries and our cities with someone who can give them the insights that no one else can. There's no guidebook that can do that.
And probably the first tourists that will start traveling, if they haven't done it yet, will be Europeans. So please, everybody, like watching us now, yeah, if you want to go to Italy, make sure you contact Hi Italy. You can start following their account. And same thing, all the Italians. I don't speak good Italian, yeah, but I have colleagues who can do that. So you can contact also Oh My Guide Barcelona, and I'll provide.
Ragazzi, in Italia, scusa, sorry Cristina, in Italia, per gli amici dall'Italia, veramente, Cristina è la guida per Barcellona che vi fa veramente capire le cose. Lo capite perché vi risponde con i sentimenti degli artisti e vi dà sicuramente l'opportunità di vederla con altri occhi. Non è una guida che sta lì e ti dice le date, che ti fa 2 scatole come non si sa cosa. Vi fa capire veramente cosa c'è, le emozioni che ci sono, le emozioni dell'artista dietro agli edifici e tutto il resto. Quindi ragazzi, a Barcellona non c'è storia. Oh My Guide Barcellona, tanto lo vedete là, il tag lo vedrete nel video dopo. Non ci pensate 2 volte perché veramente è tempo sprecato a cercare altrove. Okay. I'm done with the Italian.
That's wonderful. Matteo, we've been talking for over half an hour, I think. So I really want to post that to make sure it's on our videos. So I really thank you because you've been the #1 person that has been with us tonight. So thank you very much. I want to thank you again. So everyone will be Oh My Guide account and Instagram. So if you're not following us now, please do it. Make sure you follow Oh My Guide Hi Italy. Good night.
Now. Ciao, ciao Cristina.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Bye.